Putin calls his actions in Ukraine correct and timely.
Here's a summary of the article.
Kyiv, Ukraine. Russia has promised free accommodation to residents of Ukraine's partially occupied Kherson region who want to evacuate to Russia, a sign that Ukrainian military gains along the war's southern front are worrying the Kremlin. Vladimir Saldo, the head of the Moscow-appointed regional administration, said a decision was made to evacuate Kherson residents to the Russian regions of Rostov, Krasnodar and Stavropol, as well as to the Crimean Peninsula, which Moscow annexed from Ukraine in 2014. We, residents of the Kherson region, of course know that Russia doesn't abandon their own, and Russia always offers a hand, Saldo said Thursday. Advertisement. Russia has characterized the movement of Ukrainians to Russia or Russian-controlled territory as voluntary, but in many cases those are the only evacuation routes residents of the occupied areas can or are allowed to take. Advertisement. A similar campaign in eastern Ukraine resulted in 502 settlements in the Kharkiv region, 43 in the Donetsk region and 7 in Luhansk region returning to Ukrainian control, the ministry said. While reiterating calls for local residents to evacuate to Russia, Saldo's deputy, Kirill Stramusov, also insisted the evacuation preparations did not mean the Russian-installed officials anticipated Ukrainian forces taking all of the Kherson region. Putin has vowed to retaliate harshly if Ukraine or its allies strike Russian territory, including the annexed regions of Ukraine.
This post received a score of 11,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Putin claims that Putin is doing a great job, says Putin.
And in Russia, high-level sources within the Kremlin report that Russian President Vladimir Putin has learned of an assassination plot against former Prime Minister Vladimir Putin, masterminded by former KGB Director Vladimir Putin. Putin was reportedly heard raving that he knew Putin's fingerprints were all over the plan to kill Putin, and signed an executive order authorizing Putin to assassinate Putin before Putin could give Putin the go-ahead to have Putin assassinate Putin.
So the outcome of the whole 10D chess grand strategy of Putin was to assassinate Putin?
Yes, because the fame of taking down Putin will allow Putin to take over permanently.
And Putin knows the rest of the world will praise him for being the man who killed Putin.
Oh. Well, if he said it then it must be true. What an unmitigated slime ball.
I meant to do that. Putin after accidentally pooping in his pants.
It's wild no one has killed him yet.
They tried. And he is now taking extra precautions, offering very little opportunity even to friends and allies. He would be safest in a coffin.
He can bring his phone and laptop. And if we offer him free Wi-Fi and Netflix subscription. And we can bring Koff down with a small lift. It will be so nice, Putin. Best of all, you are secure.
Ah, good old-fashioned narcissism.
It is almost like we already know this guy. It was an absolutely perfect phone call.
If Putin's actions was to unite the West, increase NATO support and destroy Russia, then I guess you could call him correct and timely. But seriously though, literally every decision by Putin in this war has been detrimental to Russia and himself. What a delusional fuck.
The West didn't give a rat's ass about Russian internal affairs as long as the gas and oil kept flowing at a reasonable price. Putin could have just kept piling cash on cash until he died. Weird to have done this.
He wanted to be remembered as the one that rose the USSR from the ashes like a phoenix. Didn't work out ultimately, but with his ego he can't turn back now. He decided to be one of the biggest morons of all time. Not the way he wanted, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Greater than the fuckhead could have used his wealth to make the lives of millions better, create a thriving Russia that other countries look up to, want to cooperate with and create a legacy that way. And plus, that would actually revive Russia's power. Now, Putin had ruined it all. Good for us that we know his true personality.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.